You're listening to The Burning Truth. Hello ladies and gentlemen, dude and dudettes, I'm your host Matt Burns, and I can also say this isn't going to be your usual episode. It's going to be a lot shorter than usual, and yes, I know we are a little bit later than normal, and I apologise for that. It's due to a massive busy schedule. This has been due to trying to get a lot of things done, and also basically I've been trying to spend some family time and everything, and with today being a very special day for for within the family, it was my brother's birthday, so I was actually out with the family celebrating my brother's birthday. So one thing I will say, happy birthday, big bro. And with that, there's plenty to talk about for wrestling and everything, but just to reiterate, if this feels like a shorter than usual episode, I apologise, but it's only due to massive time constraints. But we have got some interesting topics to cover, and also a bit of a tribute as well. But as always, now let's get down to business. Let's get talking about some wrestling, which is to do with UKWA. Will be doing another member, another roster reveal on Monday. The question is who will it be? What will be happening? However, there is speculation of could this be? Are we, as it's getting closer to their first show, which is February 9th, and which is called 0 Hour. Now, as they're getting closer to the show, are they going to be doing much more roster reveals? We don't know yet, but we'll have to wait and see tomorrow in regards to it. When our match is going to be revealed, we don't know as of yet, but hopefully that should be soon, and it should be very interesting because the roster of UKWA seems to be very interesting. Will they have some surprises for us? We'll have to wait and see. But with that out of the way, I have got to state, I am in absolute shock and awe. The fact that I am already having to do a massive... Well, The Burning Truth already did a post in regards to this. Condolences for someone, an iconic person for the, for wrestling. One of the most influential people, especially for interviews, which would be Mean Gene Okerlund. Whenever you heard a Hulk Hogan promo, let me tell you about it, but let me tell you about Mean Gene. You always heard them words. It's just a shame that we've lost such an amazing talent and someone who's so well respected in Mean Gene. So, just to state, there will be a minute silence shortly in regards to Mean Gene. I can also state, the only thing I can state, condolences to his family, his friends, his work colleagues. Such an interesting person. Knew how to keep everyone. It's weird because whenever he was on camera as well, he always managed to get in it, something interesting out. But with that, The Burning Truth is basically saddened to hear the loss of Mean Gene Okerlund, which happened on, I believe, on the 2nd of January, which means he is our first 29. It's such a shame that it's happened so soon in the year, unfortunately. But we pay our condolences to Mean Gene Okerlund. Now, to some that might have been a lot longer than a minute. Apologies if that's the case, but I thought I'd probably take the next few seconds just to be on the safe side, as I wouldn't want to diminish the fact that, cutting it under for such for someone so dear to so many wrestling fans around the world, and had so many dear family, friends, work colleagues, and everything, so condolences to me, to Gene Okerlund's family, friends, and work colleagues. Now, unfortunately, I haven't got any massive news that should pick it up, as we need to discuss something very controversial that has happened to a wrestler that is a part of the NXT UK roster, which is to do with Toni Storm. Now, unfortunately, some very massively inappropriate photos have been stolen from a device that belongs to Toni Storm, and have unfortunately gone out onto the internet, which has been shared publicly, and it has produced a lot of unfortunate consequences towards Toni Storm. I believe Toni has ended up having to take off, to remove certain social media accounts because of this controversy, and it is absolutely unbelievable the fact that this has happened to another wrestler. And there's a line. There is a massive line in regards to this. Now, I am a wrestler myself, but I'm also a dedicated fan. But the one thing I clearly know from myself, and this is not just the fact that I wrestle myself and everything. This is just common decency of a person. Even if you meet someone famous and everything, you don't go prying into personal stuff, very intimate stuff. Now, there may be some certain people that might be interested in this, but there is no need to cross that boundary. And it is outrageous, the fact that this has happened. However, as much as I did state that it wasn't great, all great news, but there has been one thing that has come from this that has been great for the wrestling community, is the fact that the wrestling community, be it fans, other wrestlers, other wrestling companies, all the above, have actually come together and basically gone out and with a single hashtag showed their support to Toni Storm, which is "We Support Toni Storm." And I will state that again. The hashtag is #We Support Toni. Now, the burning truth clearly will state that we support Toni. We 100% support Toni, and we hope that this does not, cause her any further issues, or, cause her any much more further discomfort as what it has done. But what has also come from this is the fact that you've got people like Paige, who's actually experienced this firsthand, providing her own support, trying to give her a bit of a helping hand, stating how great she is and everything. And it is so amazing the fact that we've got also other wrestlers from other companies, not just WWE, from other companies around the world showing their support. But also in interesting news as well, is that we've even got a wrestling company in Defiant Wrestling even being made aware of a wrestling fan who thought it was appropriate to state certain inappropriate remarks about the situation, and Defiant Wrestling have found out about this from a Defiant Wrestling fan, has been made aware, and they have clearly made a massive stand on it, which is the fact that that fan, they noticed that fan had wrestling tickets for Defiant Wrestling for an upcoming event, and have stated to them that the 2 tickets that they had purchased is now officially been cancelled, and you can make your partner or whoever's coming with you aware of the reason why. Oh, and don't bother trying purchase tickets elsewhere. Image, we will make it aware that anybody who has got any tickets on the door, or anybody who is, any entrances are made aware, so you do not try to get access to the event. They have been banned because of this, because they are showing their support to Tony, which I applaud them for myself, because this is a scenario where I feel nothing but sympathy toward Tony in regards to it. She is an amazing, talented wrestler, and deserves nothing but the utmost respect. It's just unfortunate this has happened, but it also warms my heart that the wrestling community as a whole, wrestling fans, wrestlers, wrestling company, wrestling personalities, everybody's banding together to show their support. Also, John Cena makes a return. Now, normally I don't talk about I don't do the let's talk about the results. I had to bring this point up with John Cena making a return. The fact that he interacted with, or stated he's going to bring someone down, bring the next person down, meaning, originally he said, bring the next man down. What was so interesting is he didn't just get any man. He got the man, Becky Lynch. And what was so good is that promo segment was absolutely hot on fire. That match was brilliant that they ended up having from the promo, and I can honestly state what is so good is the fact that WWE are now plaguing into Becky Lynch. They are stating, she's not being very nicey, but they're also understanding that the fans are following her, which is great. Play it up. Keep pushing on. And what I thought was interesting is, I've heard a lot of people stating, Becky Lynch, she's like a female Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sorry, she isn't. I don't think so myself. What is so interesting is the fact that Becky Lynch is carving a path herself and making a, basically, she's not doing, I'm the next Stone Cold, I'm the next Rock, I'm the next John Cena. No, she is literally making her own path by stating, I am the man, I am Becky Lynch. And it's great to see. I hope that if they keep pushing and pushing, that they've got something red hot fire with Becky Lynch. Do not let it slip, WWE. Keep pushing on with it. I hope this keeps going on, and who knows, we could even be seeing Becky Lynch main eventing WrestleMania. But we'll have to wait and see. Now, also in WWE news, the next episode of Raw, there have been supposed speculation of John Cena being involved on it. There's also rumours of Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair being there, but that is possibly to pay tribute to Mean Gene Okerlund, as I've already stated and already paid tribute to. That could be their reason why they're there. However, it could also lead on to some other stuff as well, but we'll have to wait and see in regards to that. Now, that's going to be a bit of a wrap-up for this week's episode. Yes, I know, as I said earlier, it's shorter than usual. I apologise for that, but hopefully next week's episode should be even bigger, even better, and hopefully I am able to get more time for for the episodes. It's just with this week's episode, unfortunately, I have had a massive busy schedule, especially with coming from my own holidays, especially with, I even did the original last week's episode was cancelled because I ended up doing a special on New Year's Day. Still can't believe it's so weird. I've done. It almost feels like I've done 2 episodes during 1 week. It's very unusual. It just feels very surreal. But with that, let's get down to the plugs, shall we? Please check out UKWA, also known as UK Wrestling Alliance. Please check out UKWM, also known as UK Wrestling Media. We also recommend you, for anybody who wants to learn to wrestle, please check out Manchester Pro Wrestling Academy. Beginner classes are on Monday, £10 per class, 7 PM to 9 PM. And if you're after any further details, like location details and any of the other classes, please check out Manchester Pro Wrestling Academy social media. They are on Facebook. They are on Instagram, and I believe they are also on Twitter as well. Please check out JT Printing and Stitching. They do fantastic work, and of course, please check out these charities like Mind and Changes, for health and well-being, or as I've sometimes called them myself, Changes UK. Please check them out, because the information that you do find on there could prove massively useful either for yourself or for someone else. You never know. You could end up using that information and changing someone's life around. I recommend everybody check out Team 4-Star. They always keep knocking it out the park. Please check out bands like the New Breed, Kamens, and of course, please check out Botchamania. As always, you're welcome, Matthew. I believe I also usually always recommend you check out Barely Ever Studios, which is a game review site. Please check that out. There's also, if you're interested in live game streaming, please check out Fatal Misfire. Which, if you're interested, go to Twitch and look them up for Fatal Misfire HD. And of course, on YouTube, please check out when Fandom Strikes, because they do actually have which is, I believe, is Kels Ferguson. I apologise if I got your name wrong. Please check her out. An amazing singer. Is always trying to bring up, try to make fresh content. And if not, you don't want to check out on YouTube, please check her out on TikTok. She's on there, definitely. Especially with her usual, things that keep me up at night. Absolutely brilliant. Thoughts that keep me up at night. That's the real, apologies for that. Thoughts that keep me up at night. Brilliant idea, brilliant concept, keeps me entertained, and I'm always checking out almost every day on any of the latest content that he is releasing. Please check out Phil DeFranco. I believe he hasn't returned as of yet, but will be returning soon with his news and everything and more content. So please check him out. Luke Moto is also released. Is another one I recommend you all check out. He has released his second vlog video. Please check that out. Hashtag Luke Moto, and it's interesting to see you actually find out a bit of background history, for him, and the fact that he is a wrestler as well. So you could actually delve into some interesting knowledge there on his vlogs. So please check that out. And of course, I always recommend you do this. Please always check out your local shows. Just for example, I'll just name a few off the top of my head, which are, for case in point, United Wrestling, Academy Pro Wrestling, Future Championship Wrestling, Fusion Pro Wrestling. And please, of course, check out, UK Wrestling Alliance as well. And I've always stated it. Always check out your local shows. And the last thing I want you to please, the last thing to plug would be the Burning Truth website, which is www.theburningtruthuk.com, where it could be where you're actually listening to this live, or you could be listening as a past broadcast. It's where you can also get some past interviews. There is also written show reviews and also audio show reviews. It's also where you can get merchandise, where you can get your snazzy t-shirts and mugs that do actually make great gifts. I do have a blog section. Yes, of course, I do keep mentioning this. I will get round to making a blog eventually, but I apologise for not having it out yet. There's also a contact page where you can pretty much just send any messages that will get to the Burning Truth directly on the website. We've also got a links page where most of the stuff I've already mentioned on here are already linked on there. I'm hoping to add some more onto there, or getting some added on there eventually, which fingers crossed should be soon. And please check out the social media of Burning Truth, which the Burning Truth is on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and of course lastly Twitter, which the Twitter handle is a little bit different than the Burning Truth, which I will now spell out. The Twitter handle, which is WRESLING4THWALL. And of course, we also have some of our past episodes on Spotify, so please check that out. And of course, that is the end of this week's episode. So I'll hopefully catch you all next week. Hopefully I will catch you all live. If not, I will try to get a pre-recorded episode if I'm able to. But I'll hopefully catch you all next week. But as always, please all stay well, stay safe, and of course, please check out your local wrestling. Until then, catch you laters.